Welcome back, trainers, and in this video we're going to be taking a look at Hakamo to see how well it's going to be performing here in the Catch Cup. It is going to be good. We've seen it before, and we're going to be pairing it up with Shiny Dusclops, which does have Poltergeist, and we will be landing that. And it's quite nice to have those tankier Pokemon that don't really hit too hard finally getting some sort of a nuke move here. It's just awful on Chandelure. Such a horrible idea there. And also, of course, the old Vigoroth. I know, I'm going with the damn meta #1, just counter and body slam everything into oblivion, right? Well, folks, I really do appreciate all the support you've been giving me lately. I mean, this is like humbling. It's just satisfying. So, really appreciate it, and I just want to say thank you. If you can hit that like button, that's all the support I've ever wanted. So, if you can do that, and make sure you're subscribed too, so you don't miss any of my videos. But with that said, let's see what we have going on here. Now, this could be a showcase of Dusclops too. Okay, it's really good. So anyways, we're going for Ice Punch. Oh, they got a Graveler back there. And here's the nice thing. So Hakamo is going to be resisting both Rock and Electric. So there's not really much they can do here. Hitting me with the Stone Edge, doing a lot, and we're going to go ahead and farm them down. Shieldless at this point. Simply shielding this up, and I got so annoyed. I was like, if they hit 2 in a row. It's done it to me before. It sure has. All right, but we're able to tap on that, and we take the win with the Dragon Claw. Let's go. All right, next battle. What are we going to see here? Okay, met with a Vigoroth. All right, it's no problem. We'd like to see this. This is a really good matchup here. Yeah, Bulldoze is going to be doing some decent damage, but we're massively resisting that counter. While we can continuously spam Ice Punch, and it is going to really start digging in here. And technically, you don't really need to shield up. It says it's a loss with a one-shield situation, but I don't really know. Maybe they don't have Ice Punch. But anyways, continuously spamming them here. Let's get it. Now, we do need to look out for Ice Pokemon, obviously, with the Hakamo. All right, so as you can see here, we're getting them down really low. If they shield this up, they could kind of counter us down, but they're going to be letting it go and bringing in a Haunter. Great. Going to go ahead and bring in the Hakamo and start going to town with the Dragon Tail. All right, so they're going to be throwing an Ice Punch. That's most definitely going to be almost one-shotting us here. I don't think I've ever taken an Ice Punch from Haunter with the Hakamo, but I don't really want to see what it looks like here. So we're going to go ahead and shield it up again, farm them down, and they are going to have a shield above us, but they have a Dragonair in the back, which is going to be taking a lot of damage, having to use their last shield, swapping into my Vigoroth so we can kind of recover the situation here, and they can't just farm me all the way down to Funky Town and then come out of there with energy. Hitting them with a Body Slam, we're looking pretty good right about now. They should be able to get off a Body Slam, and we counter them down and take the win. Let's go, baby. Moving it on to the next battle, met with a Haunter. Sounds good to me, no problem. Yeah, we got to look out for Shadow Punch. It's going to be doing some damage. Obviously, Shadow Ball is going to be pretty much one-shotting, but not too many people are going to be going with that. All right, so we will shield up this first one here. Shadow Punch, okay, yep. We will not get KO'd here, and we should be able to barely make it to the Ice Punch. Just in the nick of time, and they're going to be swapping the freaking Catch with their Celio. Not very effective to their Ice type. Very nice. And I'm going to make it an immediate swap into my Vigoroth here, and start countering the heck out of them. Now, they can spam us with that Body Slam, so we need to I can't speak. We do need to be careful. My gosh, what the... Get it together, man. Okay. All right, so countering them down, fantastic. Coming out of this with a decent amount of energy. We need to stay on our toes here because we do not have much health. And we're going for a Body Slam right out the gate here. What do they bring back? It's going to be their own Vigoroth, and we're going to be swapping in, holding on to that Vigoroth. We're really holding on to our Pokemon with about a couple HP each, huh? Bringing in the Hakamo, and we're going to be able to farm down that Haunter. And, well, we got Brick Break on this thing, so we're going to go ahead and start throwing these, which is going to be getting Stab and super effective to the Vigoroth. Getting to the other one, and, well, our Hakamo is taking the win for us. Hakamo. I'm going to call it Hakamo. There we go. How did that sound? Hakamo. All right, next battle. What a surprise. We're met with a Vigoroth, and they're going to be swapping into their own Hakamo, which is great. We're going to go ahead and go for Ice Punch. We kind of want to just stay here. I mean, this is not a horrible matchup, especially because we have Ice Punch, so it is just kind of perfect. Going to take a ton of damage. Dusclops doesn't hit the hardest, but it's super effective nonetheless. So going for another one here. Doing a decent amount. Not bad, not bad. All right, we'll let this go. Well, I think we might want to shield this up. Let's see. Okay, letting it go. Let's go, Dusclops. That's my boy. Getting off the Ice Punch and taking the win, and we didn't even have to use a damn shield. Bringing in that Vigoroth and starting to farm up a little bit here. We're going to go ahead and bring on our own Vigoroth and start going to town like the crazy monkey it is. Yeah. This is certainly the meta, but it's fun. I don't mind this cup here. It is really RPS-y, but you can make recoveries. Okay. But let's not just say, that's okay. It's a normal cup. It's not too RPS. Most all these special cups are hard rock, paper, scissors. All right, so they're bringing in their Dusclops, and now we're in the position of taking the Ice Punches from them. Here we go. Hakamo putting in that work here. I love this thing. Dragon Tail hits so hard here while you get that stab. Now, this is not going to be enough to take us out. It's going to be very, 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 very close. But I was wanting to farm down. Not going to happen right now. So we're going to go ahead and just throw the Dragon Claw. And then they got the Vigoroth. But we've got so much energy, and we're going to be able to hit that immediately and take the win with that Body Slam up against their monkey. Let's go. Next battle, what are we going to see? Oh, a Vigoroth. All right, well, we already know how this is going to go. We just need to kind of maintain this thing here, and we'll be looking good. Technically, we don't really need to shield up. Even if they're about to win the matchup, I probably don't even want to use a shield here and just bring in something and start farming them up to get ready. Because when it comes down to Vigoroth, there's really nothing that's just going to shut it down. I mean, you got Golbat, which resists counter pretty heavily. But for the most part, you can't really run away from Body Slam and Bulldoze, right? So anyways, going to town here, they're going to hit another Drill Run, which is going to look like it should almost take us out, but they're going to be swapping and bringing in their Hakamo. I almost wanted to stay there, but it didn't look like we were going to be able to get to the Ice Punch, so I immediately bring in my own, and we're going to have a Dragon Tail off here. Going to shield up their first one and getting to ours, which is probably going to prompt them to use their own shield here. Alright, sounds good, and unfortunately they're going to be getting to another one, because they're just ahead on energy because I was a little slow on that swap there. So our Dusclops is too low, so we're just going to go ahead and bring in our Vigoroth and hopefully counter them down, which we do. They were probably right on their charge move as they went down, which is perfect. We're loaded up on energy. I farmed up on their Vigoroth. I wasn't going to throw, but it does have about 1 HP, so we got to keep that in mind. But they did just kind of swap out. I was trying to catch right there, but all I did was just give them more energy. So yeah, how is this going to work here? So we're probably going to want to shield this up. Unfortunately, we can't just let this go and then shield up the next one because we just don't have that much health or time left, right? So we were going to go for the Body Slam. Can we counter them down? Yes, Vigoroth. And we take the win. Let's get it. All right, I started recording a little late on this one here. But yeah, we just started taking that first win. And Dusclops was leading the charge here. And we're met with a Haunter. Sounds good. So they're doing a lot of damage with that Shadow Claw, going for another Ice Punch. Now the Poltergeist, we get it off here and there, a couple of battles. We might. It just requires so much energy, and it's a little risky just throwing all of it when you just can go for Ice Punch. It's a very circumstantial situation. All right, bringing in their own Vigoroth, we're going to go for a Body Slam right out the gate here, and we're going to have to just get countered down. There's no other way there, and it is a shieldless battle at this point here. In goes the Hakamo, or Hakamo, whatever, man. There's always two different ways people call it. And as a content creator, I see it the most. Reading all these comments. All right, anyways, absorbing a Body Slam. Nice catch. Hey, let's go. All right, taking them out there. They've got no more shields. We actually get to the Dragon Tail, which, Claw, my bad. And taking them out. Looking good. That was a close one. I swear that Haunter was going to get to a charge move. Next battle, met with a Golbat. This is a good matchup here. Yeah, you know, the Poison Fang's not very effective, but that Shadow Ball, especially as a Shadow Golbat, is going to be doing a pretty penny worth of damage and bringing me down probably just like a couple more hits, technically. So we got to call it. I think we let this go. Okay, calling the Poison Fang. Very nice. And they swapped a catch and retreating with energy. You better believe that they got plenty of energy on that Golbat to catch with their Pillow Swine. Since they're part ground, they are going to be taking a decent amount from that Ice Punch. Bringing in the Crazy Monkey, you already know, to go crazy here. Now, we do have two shields, but we're going to let this go, knowing that they're probably going to be bringing back that Golbat and throwing immediately. There it is, exactly. Now, this, I don't know, this is going to KO. Maybe like one more quick move. Whatever, there we go. Takes me out. Great. Bringing in Dusclops here. saving our shields for the end for the Hakamo. Now, we got rid of their ice type, so I don't think we have to worry about that. We swap and snipe them and got a Vigoroth. Of course, they got a Vigoroth. So it is going to be Brick Break. This takes the same amount of energy as Dragon Claws, so we don't need to worry about going for a bait or this or that. So we just immediately go for it, and they back out. We still hold on to 2 shields, and we're looking good to go. Next battle, we're going to be met with a Pillow-Swine. Now, this is where we're going to get off Poltergeist, I do believe. So let's see what we have going on here. So we can let this first one go since the Dusclops is a bit of a tank. Usually everything can take an avalanche. It is hitting pretty hard. It really is, unfortunately, for us. So hitting him with Poltergeist and one-shotting them. Let's go. You like that? Oh, yeah. Bringing in their own Hakamo as we're going to be going for the Ice Punch. This is super effective. Are we going to get a shield? And we do. And they're going to be probably farming us down. So I immediately swap into mine in a kind of a panic just to recover the situation so they can't farm us up here. And they're bringing in a Golbat. We're going to go for the Dragon Claw. This is obviously where you're going to go. No, let's go for the Brick Break. All right. So we've got 1 shield left. I figure this is going to be a Poison Fang. We're shielding it up because this Dragon Tail is doing a lot, plus the Dragon Claw obviously is going to do a lot, but the Dragon Tail is what we really need to worry about. Alright, they're letting it go, and this is exactly why I shielded it up, so we can do that much more damage, and I didn't want to get caught up with the counter. Now, I did swap into the Dusclops yet again, trying to catch, but we failed yet again. So now they've got enough energy to go for 2 Brick Breaks, which is, I thought would be enough to take us out, but I guess it's not, and we're going to be able to counter them down with the Vigoroth. Let's go. Next battle, leading with Dusclops the entire time. This time met with a Shadow Pillow-Swine, and, well, it's going to be doing even more damage and taking even more damage as well. Pillow-Swine is kind of a squishy Pokemon as it is, but again, it hits like a truck. Alright, so I figured this person was going to shield, but they don't. Okay, they don't. And they swap into a Sphylis. Okay, sounds good to me. I'm going to go for the Ice Punch here, and then swap into our Hakamo to start doing that massive damage with Dragon Tail here. We're going to let the Body Slam go. Yes, they are digging in with that Dragon Breath. Super effective as well, but we just want to go ahead and do this here. Could have bring in the Vigoroth, right? Could have done that, right? We got both shields, so we're good to go. We don't even need to worry about a thing. So what we're going to do is farm them all the way down to Funky Town and shield up this Body Slam. They shouldn't be able to get... Oh, they're swapping. Never mind. They are pretty much energy dry on that Sphylis. So they're bringing in their own Vigoroth, and we're just going to go for that Body Slam. Swap to catch. Yeah, you like that? I know you do. And they barely hit any of those bubbles, and we're going to be able to get to the Ice Punch here. Looks like they're going to be trying to counter me down, which is going to yield them a ton of energy by the time they leave this battle here, but I think they get a little nervous. Beautiful. They just needed about 2 more counters to take me out, and they're going to go ahead and use up that energy, bringing in my Vigoroth to take them down. We still have 1 shield left. They're bringing in that Pillow-Swine. Now, this team, do you notice something? Everything's weak to counter. So it's a very weak team to Vigoroth. Brave soul there. Alright, so we take that win. Next battle, what are we going to see with that Dusclops? We're met with a Golbat. Alright, sounds good to me. Let's go. Now we just need to look out for that Shadow Ball, right? Alright, so going for the Ice Punch right away. There's no need to build up to Poltergeist. It's a waste. I mean, just hit Ice Punch. I mean, super effective. Okay, simple as that. So we're going to let this go, and unfortunately they hit me with a damn Shadow Ball. Alright, so we'll go for another Ice Punch. They can shield this up and then farm me down, which will be bad. Alright, they let it go. Fantastic. And we take them out and still take the win. Bringing in their own Dusclops here. There's nothing that we can do except for throw the Ice Punch. I'm not going to lock myself by swapping. We're going to bring in the Vigoroth because, yes, I know we've seen that matchup, but I figured they've got their own Vigoroth in the back, and Hakamo can handle that quite nicely here. So we're just going to kind of wear them down. Going for a Bulldoze. Please let this go. And they do great. Now we're looking even better. And they've got a Machoke in the back. Okay, they're spicing things up here a little bit. It is still going to be ranked pretty high for the Evolution Cup. But, you know, it's a lesser pick than Vigoroth, so they get points for that for sure. Going for Dragon Claw because they aren't weak to fighting, right? Like Vigoroth, so it's just best to go for the Dragon Claw, right? Shielding them up yet again. Getting to another one. Can we farm them down? Oh my goodness, I was trying to. I thought we could possibly do that, but unfortunately not. And they still got a shield left. What's going on here? Are we going to be able to get to another Dragon Claw? Come on. Hakamo, do it for us, Hakamo. 2 different names all the time. Alright, so they get to the Ice Punch. Unfortunately, we bring in the Vigoroth, and we've got plenty of health. There's nothing they can do. They're good. I think we could have even taken them out with a Body Slam here, technically. But we go for the overkill Bulldoze. Oh, right. And we're getting to that and taking the win. Let's get it. All right. So, folks, this game will not let me past 2400 combat power. ELO in Go Battle League. It will not let me rank up into Expert. It is freaking annoying. Holy cow. Wow. Yeah, we'll just leave it at that. Man, I'll show you tomorrow, so make sure you got notifications on. We'll go on a nice little rant. Now, really quick before we do end this video and we get back into the commentary, folks, I got an addiction problem. Yeah, I do, and it is Pokemon Stadium. Yeah, I had a special little game that I was playing, this little cheesy app where at night I would just, you know, do my little 420 thing. Right before I went to bed and play this game. I'm not even going to mention what it is, some little dinky app, right? Something to just lose my mind for Pokemon Go right now. But I've dropped that ever since because it just hit a wall. So now my thing at night is the Switch with the Pokemon Stadium. There was really no games that I was like, I want to play this so bad. Even new games, I get them and they play them for like 10 minutes. I'm like, I'm tired of games. But not Pokemon Stadium. I'm addicted to this thing. This was my game back in the day. I know I'm going off about this right now, but it's just so much damn fun. I'm having a blast. And even better is you can't bring in Pokemon. You have to use rentals, so it's that much harder. And if you want to challenge yourself even more, if you do play this as well, do not use legendary birds. No, don't use those to do anything and challenge yourself, okay? It's going to be a blast. So I remember back in the day, a place called Microplay. If you heard my old story times, you heard me talking about, that's where I used to go to play tournaments. And they had all kinds of stuff that was imported that you couldn't find anywhere else back in the day. This is before the internet. You could order a bunch of stuff online and just get whatever you want within a couple of days. All right, some imported game. So they had all the Japanese ones before they were even released in America. So we're talking Pokemon Stadium. And they had one copy. Now, if you're thinking, well, that doesn't work on the Nintendo 64 for America, it takes a different cartridge, and you're absolutely right. So what they did was they soldered the sides off because there was like a little extra tab on the Nintendo 64 cartridges for the Japanese versions that wouldn't allow you to put it in. That was it. There was no other lock. It was just the cartridge itself. You can play the Japanese versions on the American 64s. There was no problem. And so that was it. So they had this one copy of Pokemon Stadium that was so hard to rent out because literally people would call to wait to see when it was being returned, and they would sit there for an hour or more until this person finally returned it, and they would pick it up immediately. They would just sit in there and play games, like they had games set up. So you had to be there. They wouldn't hold it for you. I think they did. I think he might have for me once. Man, there was a guy there named Derek. He was the coolest dude. I swear, he was like a big brother to me. I remember even one day I skipped school and I went there. He's like, you shouldn't be skipping school. I was like, I know. He's like, well, just stay out of trouble, right? You can chill here. I was like, oh man, this guy, he's like a big brother for real. So Pokemon Stadium and me go back, way back. I love that game. And talk about hard times when I had to figure out what moves I was doing on Pokemon that it was in Japanese. Anyways, there's my talk. Thank you for watching and take care.
Sunshine and rainbows. It's a very mean and nasty place, and I don't care how tough you are, it will beat you to your knees and keep you there permanently if you let it. You, me, or nobody is gonna hit as hard as life. But it ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done.
Hey! So you're finally here! Fantastic!
Touch the cat. This is the best day.